Welcome to Shan's Tales and Tidbits. My name is Shan, and I truly hope that your today has been better than your yesterday was. Today's tale is going to be about how I dealt with being bald, and being bald because of chemotherapy. When I heard that I had cancer, one of my first questions was, is my hair going to fall out from the chemo? My next door neighbor, she didn't, when she had breast cancer, she didn't have hair loss. She actually only had to have radiation and surgery. But you hear chemo and you automatically think your hair's going to fall out. And she's like, well, not all chemo causes hair loss. However, the type of chemo that you have to have, most everybody loses their hair. So I was like, okay, because I had pretty long hair at the time. It was about down to here, thick curly hair. Still curly, by the way. So I try to mentally prepare myself, and it's really, really, really difficult to do that. What I personally decided to do was cut all my hair off and buzz cut my hair. And the reason that I chose to do that was because I already knew that it was going to fall out. I just knew it. And with having such long hair, I wanted to be able to donate my hair. And I found a charity. I went online and I found a charity called Children with Hair Loss. And they accepted color treated and gray hair. Because I'm in my 40s, I have a few of those, gray strands of hair going on, and definitely get my hair color treated. So I decided I wanted to donate my hair. When I researched the organization, they actually make wigs for children that have cancer. They also make wigs for children with alopecia and burn victims. And that really touched my heart because I knew that my hair was going to grow back. But these kids, some of them, their hair was never going to grow back. So that if I can do something, even if it's just something really little, such as donating my hair, I was going to do that. So that's what I did. I cut it what I thought was going to be about a week before I started chemo. Ended up being more like over a month, close to 2 months before I actually started chemo. I was a little frustrated about that, but that's besides the point. That's a different story. That's in my my cancer experience story. I'll link that one above. So click the card, whichever way it's at. But I still remember when I first lost my hair. And I actually did take a video of the days. I only took one video, and I'll insert that here. I'm just taking a quick little video. My hair this was not here before I took a shower. Right here, these bald patches. Today is my second chemo treatment. It hopefully won't be nearly as long as it was for my first treatment, which was 3 weeks ago. But my hair started coming out in little tiny clumps, not like this, but just like little pieces of clumps, about 3 days ago. On Tuesday, and today's Friday. But I'm just trying to, record a little bit of my journey with cancer, with endometrial cancer, and going through treatment. I haven't filmed hardly anything. I went ahead and had shaved my head a month or two ago so that I could donate my hair to Children with Hair Loss, which is an organization that accepts color-treated hair for kids that either have like alopecia, burn victims, cancer patients that are, children, to help give them a little bit more confidence. So I'm glad that I was able to do something with my hair before it started actually falling out and I saw it clumping on my pillow. At least it'll go to a very, very good cause. My hair's going to grow back. A child with alopecia or a burn victim, their hair's never going to grow back. So I'm glad that I could do something meaningful. Well, I'm going to go and end this little video now. I may take some more while I'm getting the chemo treatment. I don't know yet. To kind of go over that experience, because that was literally in the moment. But I definitely remember it starting to come out in like little pieces. It wasn't big clumps. But I was very surprised for the first place that I lost hair. It was the last place that ever actually grew in, if you know what I mean. And that just like really surprised me. All the hair on my legs fell off, my underarms, my eyebrows, which are still pretty scarce, and my eyelashes. And it's been almost a year since my last chemo treatment. And my eyelashes are still very, very thin, and my eyebrows are still thin and faint. As a woman, we're generally identified, our identity sometimes comes from our hair. You know, we style it different ways and we cut it different ways and we grow it long. So when it starts falling out in little clumps, it's really difficult to kind of mentally prepare for that. But I knew it was going to happen. And I chose not to wear wigs. I did wear hats, and that's because I was losing my hair in October. Well, it started in September, and the weather had started cooling off. I'm in Georgia, so even though it's not super cold, it had started getting somewhat cold in the evenings, especially, and in the early mornings. So by the time it's now, October, I'm almost completely bald. November, the weather's cold, so you don't realize just how much heat your hair keeps on your head. Like, it locks in the heat, especially on my ears. My ears were frozen. I was wearing these little headbands and things just to keep my ears warm. So I finally got my coworkers gave me some little hats to wear to keep my ears warm because I didn't have any hair during the winter time. I thought it started growing around January, but peach fuzz started growing in December. It started growing in a little bit thicker in January of this past year of 2022. So I do think I look like a dude at times. I look like a boy or a man. But I decided I didn't want to wear a wig. I was going to rock my baldness. I was going to be an advocate to show that you don't have to have hair to be beautiful. And I truly still felt beautiful most days. I did have some bad days. I really did. There's some days that I cried and I was not necessarily why me, but I was like, oh my gosh, is it ever going to grow back in? I just had to have patience. And I have more of that now than I did in my 20s. So I made it through it. I made it through it. And it's an experience I hope I never have to go through again. But at least now I am able to empathize and sympathize with other women or men or children that are going through the same thing, that are losing their hair because of a medication or even just circumstances. I'm very fortunate that my hair has grown back just as thick, if not thicker, than it was before. And it definitely seems curlier than it was before. And that could just be that it's just still so short. It seems curlier. I'm now on a journey to have a happier, healthier mind, body, and soul. And just remember, you can only take one step at a time on this journey. So if you're interested in learning more about how cancer and chemo has helped actually inspire me to live a happier and most importantly a healthier lifestyle, I hope that you stick around and walk with me or enjoy journey with me as we move forward through life. Thank you, and I hope you everybody has a wonderful day.